Dibre haYamim bet chapter 30. And Hiskiyahu sent to all Israel and Yehuda, and he also wrote letters to Ephraim and Manasseh to come to the house of Yah at Yerushalayim to perform the Pesach to Yah, Elohim of Israel. But the sovereign and his leaders and all the assembly in Yerushalayim had taken counsel to perform the Pesach in the second new moon, for they were unable to perform it at its time, because not enough priests had set themselves apart, and the people had not gathered at Yerushalayim. And the matter was right in the eyes of the sovereign and in the eyes of all the assembly. And they settled the matter to send a call to all Israel from Beersheba to Dan to come to perform a Pesach to Yah, Elohim of Israel, at Yerushalayim, since they had not done it for a long time, as it is written. And the runners went to all Israel and Yehuda with the letters from the sovereign and his leaders, and spoke according to the command of the sovereign. Children of Israel, turn back to Yah, Elohim of Abraham, Yishak, and Israel, so that he returns to the remnant of you who have escaped from the land of the sovereigns of Asher. And do not be like your fathers and like your brothers who trespassed against Yah, Elohim of their fathers, so that he gave them up to ruin, as you see. Now do not stiffen your neck like your fathers. Stretch forth the hand of Yah, and come to his set-apart place, which he has set apart forever, and serve Yah your Elohim, so that his burning wrath turns away from you. For if you turn back to Yah, your brothers and your children shall be shown compassion by their captors, even to return to this land. For Yah your Elohim shows favor and compassion, and does not turn his face from you if you turn back to him. And the runners passed from city to city throughout the land of Ephraim and Manasseh, as far as Zebulun, but they were laughing at them and mocking them. Some from Asher and Manasseh and from Zebulun, however, humbled themselves and came to Yerushalayim. Also the hand of Elohim was on Yehuda to give them one heart to do the command of the sovereign and the rulers at the word of Yah. And many people, a very great assembly, gathered at Yerushalayim to perform the festival of Matzot in the second new moon. And they rose up and removed the slaughter places that were in Yerushalayim. And they removed all the incense slaughter places and threw them into the Wadi Kidron. Then they slew the Pesach on the 14th day of the second new moon. And the priests and the Levites were ashamed and set themselves apart, and brought the ascendant offerings to the house of Yah. And they stood in their place according to their right ruling, according to the Torah of Moshe, the man of Elohim. The priests sprinkled the blood from the hand of the Levites, for many in the assembly had not set themselves apart. Therefore the Levites were over the slaughter of the Pesachim, for everyone who was not clean, to set them apart to Yah. For many of the people, many from Ephraim and Manasseh, Issachar, and Zebulun had not been cleansed, yet they ate the Pesach contrary to what was written. But Hiskiyahu prayed for them, saying, Yah who is good, provide atonement for everyone, who has prepared his heart to seek Elohim, Yah, Elohim of his fathers, though he is not cleansed according to the cleansing of the set-apart place. And Yah listened to Hiskiyahu and healed the people. And the children of Israel who were in Yerushalayim performed the festival of Matzot 7 days with great joy. And the Levites and the priests praised Yah day by day with instruments of praise before Yah. And Hiskiyahu spoke to the heart of all the Levites, those having good understanding concerning Yah. So they ate during the appointed time 7 days, slaughterings of peace offerings, and making confession to Yah, Elohim of their fathers. And all the assembly took counsel to perform another 7 days, and they performed it another 7 days with joy. For Hiskiyahu, sovereign of Yehuda, presented to the assembly 1,000 bulls and 7,000 sheep. And the rulers presented to the assembly 1,000 bulls and 10,000 sheep. And a great number of priests set themselves apart. And all the assembly of Yehuda rejoiced, and the priests and the Levites, and all the assembly who had come from Israel, and the sojourners who came from the land of Israel, and those who dwelt in Yehuda. And there came to be a great joy in Yerushalayim, for since the days of Shlomo, son of David, the sovereign of Israel, the like of this had not been in Yerushalayim. And the priests, the Levites, rose and blessed the people, and their voice was heard, and their prayer came up to his set-apart dwelling place, to heaven.